Now, let's look at processes suitable for automation in supply chain. Purchase order placement and processing typically consist of three phases: product selection, payment processing, order confirmation. However, to date, there are still businesses that rely on manual paperwork to process transactions which can be digitized. Now, RPA has the capability to assist in this process. Order processing and payments can be automated by importing the relevant information into the company database, where payment gateways can process the desired amount and email confirmations triggered upon the placement of an order. I would now like to show you a video of one of our robots completing purchase order processing. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Annie. Today, I'm going to show you how I process purchase order-based invoices in SAP. This accounts payable process takes the average employee or clerk approximately 5 to 10 minutes to complete. It involves capturing data from PDF invoices and processing this data in SAP, which can be a very repetitive and boring process. With me at the helm, this process is done within an average of 75 seconds. That's up to 8 times faster. I start by scanning unread emails for supplier domains. Once I've identified that they've sent an invoice, I save the invoice into a predefined location. From here, I scan the invoice for all the data I need using OCR technology. Then, I log into SAP either locally or via VPN and navigate to the display purchase order page. I extract the company code that relates to the purchase order. From here, I navigate to the Enter Incoming Invoice page and enter the company code that I just extracted. Now, I can populate the invoice data that I extracted before. Next, I enter the purchase order number relating to the invoice to display the purchase order for this invoice. Thereafter, I can check what type of VAT was applied to the purchase order and adjust the tax type on the invoice to match it. After all this, I simulate the document in the document's currency and check that the debit versus credit balance is 0 and post the invoice. This generates a document number that I extract and store in memory. Lastly, to upload the PDF, I go to the Display Invoice Document tab and enter the extracted document number along with the year of the invoice. I then go to the Store Business Document page by clicking Services and Create. Finally, I choose PO-based invoice and upload the PDF. And done! I do this for a multitude of invoices. Pretty repetitive, right? I don't take coffee breaks, I don't sleep in, and I can work 24 hours, 7 days a week with no errors, leaving more time for employees to focus on more important and non-repetitive work. Invoice processing just became a whole lot easier.
Now, let's look at email automation. A large section of any supply chain is maintaining proper communication with suppliers, manufacturers, transport service agencies, and customers. However, even though concise and effective communication plays an important role, there is often a major need for improvement. RPA improves communication and collaboration. To ensure proper collaboration between staff in different departments, RPA can be used to automate this communication process by triggering emails and text messages when a specific event occurs. Let's look at another video that incorporates various office tasks that can be done via RPA.
Hi, My name is Orwell, and I am an automated office assistant developed by Tangent Solutions and their newest member of staff. My capabilities range from making bookings, extracting and processing documents and data, sending emails, and a whole host of other cool things that save both valuable time and money. Today, I will walk you through one of the many tasks I do for my company, namely gathering information about available flights on the internet. Planning and booking flights used to involve having someone manually look them up. This was not only time-consuming, but often resulted in higher than necessary traveling costs, as not all possible options were considered. Now, I do the research for them and provide a comprehensive list of travel options, including travel times, prices, and a link to every deal. Let me show you how I do it. I regularly check my emails, and if I find one requesting flight travel options, I first check to see if all the information is correct. If something is missing, I can email the sender and request more information. This request form looks complete. Taking this information, I open various websites to start my search. I fill in all the required fields like one way or return, from and to where we are flying, the date, etc. Now I'll begin scraping the web page for the required information like departure and arrival times, price, and finally the link to the deal. I do this for a few websites to make sure I have all the available flights. I sort the data and compile it into a document. I then email it to the person that made the request. And just like that, all the information required to book a flight is provided. This is just one of the many things I do to help my company out. I can also gather news articles and feeds, help in multiple HR and recruitment processes like on and offboarding employees, invoice processing and report extraction, data analysis and analytics, and many more tasks that does not require too much human thinking. When it comes to robotic process automation, the possibilities are quite endless. Let me give you an example. Let's see how I match up against Sarah as we process invoices. It takes Sarah around 7.5 minutes to process an invoice, while I only take 75 seconds. This means that while I work, Sarah can process a total of 64 invoices, while I do 384. But the real benefit comes in when we take the whole day into account. Sarah still only processes 64 invoices, but I can do over 1,000 because I don't tire easily. That's 18 times more than what Sarah can do, allowing her to spend more of her time on other value-adding activities. Contact Tangent Solutions and enter the fourth industrial revolution by automating your workplace.
Now we're going to look at two more supply chain processes, one of which is RPA for inventory management. Suppliers and manufacturers need to be aware of inventory levels to ensure that products are available to meet demands. This is how RPA can manage inventory. RPA can be implemented for inventory management in the following way: monitoring inventory levels, sending notifications to managers when product stock levels are low, automatically reorder products below the predefined threshold level, and additionally, RPA can assist in the prediction of optimal inventory levels by considering the historical data and mapping out demand patterns. Now let's look at the second supply chain process, supply and demand planning. Before automation, supply and demand planning has typically been a challenging task that requires data collection, data formatting, exception analysis, and communication of established plan. This is where RPA can help. RPA, including machine learning and artificial intelligence, can assist organizations in demand predictions and preparation against unexpected spikes in demand. Using automation, many of these tasks, organizations can eliminate the possibility of manual errors and make operations efficient, self-driven, and intelligent. In conclusion, how can we make automation a priority? Supply chain, which has been burdened by manual process and tedious tasks for years, can now turn the majority of the grunt work over to a digital workforce. With RPA, supply chains can attain enhanced cycle times and agility, increased capacity and asset efficiency, improved receivables, and high levels of supplier, customer, and employee satisfaction. But in addition to recognizing these benefits, it's also important to acknowledge the foresight that is needed in order to leverage automation successfully at scale.